bulbs off in my head again. Where is Edison from my adrenaline? Rushing through my veins like it's never did. Walking is the body, man, if you ain't got the head with it. Since a kid I've been a pessimist, I like to focus on the next.
And here we go.
What up, guys? Welcome back to AllG'sReact, and we're going to get into NF's new album, Perception, and this is the album review. So let's hop on into it.
Dedicated, the definition of dedication. Wrote this on record while I was levitating. Sitting in my room with the pen and paper. I'm innovative. They've been afraid of me since I was a second grader.
NF, Nathan John Firestein, comes from out of Glavin, Michigan, out of a small little town. And the moment his mother brought him 8 miles out of the movie store, he decided he wanted to be a rapper. Now signed to Christian Capital music label, he is oftentimes referred to as Eminem, Machine Gun Kelly, sometimes a Logic, and I know a lot of people get a little upset when you want to compare him to Eminem, but he even said that's where he kind of got his influence from. But let's be honest, are you really upset that you have a rapper like who raps with the same emotion as Eminem, but without all the women abuse lyrics and cracks at gays? I mean, are you really upset that you have someone who raps a little bit like Machine Gun Kelly, but is clean with it? Are you really, really mad that you have someone who raps somewhat like Logic, but with just less nerd involved? I'm not. I don't see why you would be mad. I wouldn't be mad about it. I think it's great. You know, I think he's what people wanted out of Eminem all those years ago, back in the early 2000s. You know, they didn't want to hear all that grimy graphic stuff. So I believe that's one reason for his success, is he can still bring his story to life. He can still bring his emotion and make you feel what he feels through his music, but he just doesn't have to do it with all the graphic details. And I think that's a great thing. To me, that's a great thing. So with this album, I'm a new NF fan, so I gotta put that out there. When I started reacting, people put me up on NF, and I started with Therapy Session. In fact, I'm pretty sure I reacted to every single song on Therapy Session on this channel besides How Could You Leave Us, and that's because I checked that out on my own time. So he is a great rapper. So with that being said, we're gonna get into the songs that I like off the album itself. We have Intro 3, Outcast, Green Lights, Destiny, If You Want Love, No, 100, and Outro. Those are my favorite songs off of that album. So with all that being said, let me go ahead and give you my score. I give this album a 9 out of 10. And I'm going to tell you why. I know some of you guys are going to be like, a 9 out of 10? It should be a 10 out of 10. And I know some of you guys will be like, bro, you gave this a 9 out of 10, but you gave JL a 7 out of 10. Let me explain why. This album has something for everybody. And I mean everybody. Okay? We're talking about personal. We're talking about, that personal is for you to get in touch with your artist. We're talking about songs about relationships, chasing dreams, past issues, family problems, There is literally something in here for everybody. And I do mean everybody. The only reason why I can't give it a 10 out of 10 is because after listening to this album for about 2 days, I picked the songs off of it that I wanted to add to my playlist. Now, this playlist that I use is what I add to the archives. So if you make it onto this playlist, you're a very, very good song. And to be honest with you, intro, green lights, Destiny, no, 100, outro. That is 6 songs. Why? Those are the ones that I feel fit me in my life right now. Are those songs. So out of 16, I only hit 6. That leaves 10 other songs that I'm not very, very interested in listening to continuously. So for me, I can't give you a 10 out of 10. If he would have hit half that mark with this album, and remember, this is just personal. If he would have hit half that mark, 8 songs, because remember, there's no skits in here whatsoever. This is all music. If he would have hit 8 songs, this would have been a 10 out of 10 album for me. Because that's half. I mean, I already bought it. I loved it. But after 2 days of it, I mean, I kept it constant for 2 days for at least maybe 7 hours a day while I was at work. So, believe me, I've lyrics, everything. In fact, if your boy had the paper, I would create an awesome video to intro 3. But not rich like that. Anyways, that's my reason why he can't get a 10 out of 10. Once he kind of got into the personal type stuff, you know, my life, you're special, 3 a.m., lie, stuff like that, I kind of disconnected from that. Only because I am not in those situations personally. Rather than that, I think for most people, this should be a buy album. Like, you should definitely buy this album, support him. I can't see what the next album brings about. In fact, I'm going to jump back to his Mansion album because I have not listened to it yet. I went back and bought that one as well. I was like, I'm buying Mansions because I want to hear the start of all this. Because I know he had an EP that dropped, and then came Mansions, then Therapy Session, and now Perception. So, you guys, I say leave your comments, your thoughts. What was this album for you? 9 out of 10 for me. Some of y'all got, how many of y'all got like a 10 out of 10? How many of you guys love this album? Right? How much you guys love it? You guys let me know. If you didn't get a 10 out of 10, what were some of the issues you had with the album? He speaks on there being, where's the old him, or is he just repeating the same thing? And I'm not an old NF fan like that. He's been doing this for 3 years, and I'm only like almost a year in. So I don't have that history with him like that. So I don't have that problem with him. I can recognize through the beats from Therapy Session to Perception that there's a lot of reused tempos and sounds to bring that same feeling of that song that was in Therapy Session to Perception. But that don't bother me. It just doesn't. It don't bother me right now, so I'm not tripping. Well, I'm not tripping over it at all. So, you guys let me know what you thought about it. What do you rate it as? No, I can't do no reactions off of it because you would just be sitting here watching me sing the songs. Real talk. And I did outro before the album even came out. And I even did Green Lights, but that was in the live stream. And they wouldn't let me put it up. They were like, pew, pew, blocking it. They was just like blocking it. They might let me put it out now that the album's out though. Support your boy. Like. Tell people. I mean, hack. Like, just, you know, put the video, put one of my videos up, like, on the monitor somewhere, like in a restaurant or something, using Wi-Fi. Just share it. Let people watch it. Share. And comment. Please do. Let me know what you thought about the album yourself. I lived with this album for 2 days. And I had a lot of people asking me to do some reactions off of it. Wasn't finna happen because I literally was living with this album. I gave it 2 days full of my attention. Real talk. So, thank you guys for your support. Love each and every single one of you. The supporters, the haters, the passive buyers. I love you all. Your boy's Nixon.